My name is Shawn Coleman. I'm a platonic touch practitioner, and I also facilitate Cuddle Up events, which are group events that have a number of agreements that allow folks to explore platonic touch in a consensual, comfortable space where folks are encouraged to honor their yeses, encouraged to state their no's, and encouraged to ask for the things that they may want in a safer environment for doing so. And I really, really love that work for many, many reasons. I get to see some of the ways that people change and shift in the space, some of the ways that they get to feel more comfortable and confident, and also I get the added benefit of being in that space with people who are consistently saying their truth and consistently holding space for folks who might be struggling to say their honest yes or no, and who are encouraging folks to be honest about the things that they want and thanking them for doing so. It's really, really beautiful. And I get to be in that space over and over, and it helps to shift some things in my life. And so ultimately, I'm kind of becoming a badass, and I love it. I totally love it. And I want to talk about it in this video because I want you to know that you can become a badass too. And so, again, I just attend these events and I keep getting encouraged to speak my no and to speak my truth and all of that. And it's like playing out in those events and making me more comfortable there, but also it makes me more comfortable in my own life, makes me more capable of asking for the things that I want and stating my boundaries in a way that can be understood by others, in a way that is clear and that is confident and is unapologetic. So that's kind of where the badassery comes in. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you a really quick story. So yesterday, I facilitated an event. Well, I shouldn't say I facilitated an event. I did a presentation about inclusion and diversity within the cuddle movement and the importance of making sure that we are creating spaces that are affirming of queer folks and ways that we can let queer folks know that they are seen and that they are respected within these spaces, right? So in order to do that, I needed to have some clear boundaries around what I was up for in terms of answering questions and things like that, and what I wasn't up for. Because what I didn't want to do is end up yelling at people or crying or anything like that because I overextended myself, or because I was getting really emotional because of the personal questions that were being asked and things like that. And so I decided to just have a line. So right at the beginning, I told folks that while I think they're all great and wonderful and beautiful people, I do understand that some of this training might make them feel like they are falling short or like they're not so wonderful. And I understand that and I honor that. And I know that it can be challenging to hear some of the things that I'm going to talk about, and I let them know that while that is true, I had no intention of holding space around that and no intention of answering questions regarding whether or not they were okay to do things or whether or not they're a good person if they've done X or Y or Z. Now, I did let them know that if they needed some time, I'm happy to take a pause, or if they wanted to support each other and kind of communicate over Messenger while we were having the discussion and while I was presenting, then I was perfectly on board with that, and that they could take care of themselves as they needed to around that. But I was clear around my boundaries and where I was around that. And that's a thing that I'm seeing more and more people do as they are presenting on topics of this sort. And I think that it's beautiful and it's wonderful and it's empowering. And it's a thing I never ever done before. And I never would have done this 6-7 years ago, before I was regularly attending cuddle events and regularly having my own, I guess. I wouldn't have even thought of it as a possibility for myself. But now that I have several years of facilitation under my belt and I'm regularly practicing this, I do know that I can more clearly identify the things that I want, more clearly identify the things that I need, and find the language to state all of that, you know, not just to myself, but also to the folks that I'm interacting with. And that feels good. That makes me feel like a total badass. And so I just like drop that boundary and I just let it go. And that's it. That's it. So, you know, thankfully people did respect the fuck out of it. And I so appreciated it. And I fully expected that they would respect and honor my boundary because I was presenting this to people who were facilitating cuddle parties and people who were also platonic touch practitioners. And so these are people who practice this stuff every single day, people who preach this stuff every single day. And so they get it, they understand it. And I encourage you to start attending some cuddle events. You know, if you're in the Chicagoland area or going to be soon, then come to some of my Cuddle Up events or book a session with me as a client. We can have a one-on-one session where you can explore boundaries and talk about your yeses and your nos in a comfy, comfortable space that's really, really affirming for you. Or if you're not in this area, you can also attend some similar events. I encourage you to look for events that have like cuddle party agreements and or ones that have like agreements listed and rules listed so that you know what you're getting into and you know that people are encouraged to be honest about their yeses and their nos and encouraged to really respect the boundaries of others. So I hope that you find a space soon that works for you. If you don't have anything in your area, feel free to reach out to me. I might be willing to travel to you. All right. I love you bunches. I hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful day. I will drop a link for my stuff down below so that you can check that out. Additionally, I encourage you to check out my Patreon where I post weekly challenges that help you to connect in new ways, help you to feel seen and understood, and just, you know, start really honoring your boundaries in new and profound ways, helping you to take like the cuddle events and help you to kind of transition into applying some of that stuff to your daily lives. So yeah, sign up for that. You can sign up for the videos for as little as $2 a month and get started with that. There's a lot for you to catch up on since I've been doing it since March. I started posting the videos. I started recording in February, but yeah, I've been posting since March. All right, that's it for now. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.